see the true New York. So I do believe you'll get both. I said this on my podcast. I think the reboot will live on Peacock, and I think the legacy will live on Bravo. Because I believe the Bravo audience, they want to see Ramona, Luann, Jill Zarin, and Bethenny. Alex is in Australia, but we'll see. But the fact that Bethenny even says she'll come back if it's the 5 originals, in my opinion, David, and before we leave, I would love to get your opinion. Pay Bethenny whatever she wants. I need Bethenny back.
Do you think that, I'll give you my opinion in a second, do you think that that would really happen? Like Bethenny, I mean, what age do you think they would pay Bethenny? Because she has said, it's business. You give me a number that I want, I will be back. And she has said, right, and she said, get the 5 of us. You think that do you think they would try to make that work somehow?
You and I both know smart women, powerful women, and New York women. When a woman who's powerful says something to her listeners, to the public, that she knows will get traction, she's not doing that because she just wants to get more listeners. She's letting the world know, I will go back for this. That was a loud, clear message to Andy Cohen, her friend. I believe that was Bethenny's way of saying, I'm going on record saying, entertain me. And she wanted to see how much traction it got so that it could warrant the pay that she wants. See, look, it had 100 retweets. It had this much engagement. And I believe, my opinion, I think she's worth every penny she wants.
And if they do give that to her and it works out, do you think they will get Miss McCord in Australia, who really doesn't want anything to do with this franchise? But money talks.
I'll say this. I have never, ever met or known a past or present housewife who has ever turned down an offer. Never. I think Alex will come back in a heartbeat. Alex is smart. She's from New York, remember. She wants to get the money she deserves. So she feels like, come back to me because I'm not coming back to you. I think Alex will come back 100%. We know Jill Zarin will come back. So yeah, they know that. So I believe Bethenny called Alex before she went on record saying she wants Alex back.
Wow. And you have never known a housewife to ever get an offer that they've turned down?
I have never met a housewife who was offered their job back and they said no.
Interesting. My initial thoughts were the exact opposite of what you were saying. I figured that the reboot 2.0, maybe with Eboni, I said yes. The only person they could do it with is Eboni. And there's no Leah. That's a 0% chance ever, right?
0.
Never going to happen. Leah's done. But I thought that would be the main glitzy 35 to 45-year-old, hot like the Hills, but a little older, New York City, like just that was going to be the premiere thing on Bravo. This is just and this OG show we would see in like 2.5 years, just because we had to keep the fans happy without mass chaos by announcing that we basically fired everyone. And that show will be on eight episodes on Peacock, maybe around a reunion or someone's like 60th birthday, and it will be like Girls Trip and it will just come and go. And then we'll say, well, we had our OG show like we promised. So I thought it was a total ploy of like marketing genius of like, everybody's fired, you all suck, we're starting over, and we don't want the fans to really revolt. So I guess throw this OG show in there. That is truly what I thought.
I think they know that they need the OGs. I think that. And I think at the end of the day, no matter how many times people say, go younger, I think you like what's familiar, which is why soap operas have the same characters on for 30 freaking years because it works.
It works. Listen, you have to, I mean, the next time you come back, we need to talk about love and marriage, talk about everything else you're doing. I mean, two very quick questions before you go, very quick. Kenya Moore has come out and said that this season, she's not. Don't look at her. She's going to be fun. She's going to be nice. She's going to be everyone's friend. Don't look her way for the drama. Is this possible as we head into a new season of Atlanta? Is she capable of that?
Yeah, it's what I said about Teresa. I think after a while, you're kind of like over it. I have been told that the villain of this upcoming season of Atlanta is Marlo. Marlo is the new villain, and I think Kenya saw that and said, girl, have at it, because I'm tired. And I think based upon Ultimate's girls trip, Kenya wants to show the lighter side of her.
And are you happy that Marlo has a peach? And is this going to change Marlo, or is Marlo just Marlo? Or is she now going to be like the Noella reborn? And all of a sudden, Marlo now too, it's gone to her head. Give her one peach for 30 seconds.
You know what? Honestly, that remains to be seen. What I will say to you, I have been told that Marlo runs the ship, and that peach did a number on her, and that she is coming for everybody and doesn't care.
Wow. Well, next time we have to talk more about your brilliant podcast and everything else. Like, I'm sorry to have kept you over.
Oh no, it's all good. Listen, I would love to come back to talk about more stuff, but no, this was good. Again, I'm such a fan of your podcast. I listen to it every, well, you drop 3 episodes a week, it seems like. That Saturday interview with Kim D was everything. So no, I would love to come back.
And you don't have to say this just because you listen and you know she's my friend, but really, because you don't mince your words, Kim D or Kim G? Which one?
Kim D, is it even a question? Kim D. I would go on record saying, and ask her when you talk to her, I fought for Kim D to be a housewife. I rallied for her. I campaigned for her. I kept saying to everybody, why are we not making this woman a housewife? She is such a badass, and she's great at it. And at the time, I know we have to go, but at the time, all of those housewives loved Kim D because they liked the fact that she's so New Jersey and so New York, that they liked her. They liked her. They knew she was messy and shady, but they liked it.
She told me to say hi to you today. She did. She really did say, she's like, please tell him that he is like literally the best producer I've ever worked with in my entire life. Really, I'm not just making this up.
Oh no, we were a great team. She's another one who's underrated. And I would go on record saying, if it wasn't for Kim D and Kim G season 2, I don't know what would have happened. And I was there.
She doesn't lie. And I think it's like the more I have her on as like my friend, I realize like it is the accent. Like, you know, it's like when you're friends with someone, sometimes like it's almost like sometimes you take your friends for granted at some point. And then like now that I have her on regularly, I'm like, oh wow, like you're like a big deal. Like I didn't realize this. It's when we start doing these recaps, I'm like half asleep. I'm like, she's my friend. And then listening to it back, I'm like, if I didn't know her this well, this is like hardcore. Like she's coming from all of you. The shit's scary. Like she starts talking, you're like, I'm starting to get scared. So
Kim D knows everything.
She does. Where can everyone find you that wants to listen to your podcast and follow you? It's great. Eboni is the first guest. Now you tell me Shereé. We have our top 10 housewives.